My name's Taukiri Manawatu. I'm TeKoha's father. From an early age, he was definitely gifted in a lot of sports. Like when he was a little baby, he used to have this little rugby ball. He used to carry it around, and that was his little thing, like a blankie, I guess, his safe space. And he'd take it everywhere with him, even into the shops. He'd just be holding it, and it was so good because he wouldn't be touching anything. You wouldn't have to tell him to stop touching anything because he was always holding this rugby ball, just passing it to himself all the time. And he was always, I don't know if it was natural ability or we were just constantly always playing, whether it was just a slowly built skill from a very young age. But he's always had good hand-eye coordination. Yeah, we always went down to play tennis. It was something that we could do together to try and build a father-son connection when he was young. And yeah, but he's always been, since from a super young age, bro, he's been really coordinated, really talented, yeah. So he wants to be the world #1 tennis player, which is amazing. Like, it's an amazing goal, and he's got a long road ahead of him. But it's just because it's long and it's going to be hard, that doesn't mean it's impossible. Like, I believe he can do it if he dedicates his life to it. I think he's got a really good chance of being there. Anyone can do anything. That's my true belief. If they put in the effort. When he was at school and trying to stick to the food plan while everyone around you is not, they're just eating everyday stuff, the stuff that's not good for you, and trying to keep that discipline with the peer pressure of your friends, constantly saying, just eat it, like, it's all good, your dad won't even know. And he's like, no, but I'll know. He's like, I'll know that I've cheated. And when I heard him say that, I was like, yeah, man, he's starting to understand. He's starting to understand that it's all about self-worth and self-pride and the power of being accountable to yourself and be a good person at the end of the day, because that's really all you want. The world doesn't need any more sportsmen. They don't need any more tennis players. They need more good people. And if I can raise them to be a good person, no matter what the outcome, bro, that's a win for me. And to see him develop like that, it just shows myself that maybe I'm doing something right, you know, and I'm just going to keep trying to do that. Yeah, I make mistakes all the time, but I'm constantly reviewing those mistakes and seeing how I can do them better next time. Yeah. If you think about a parent or a father to a young boy or even a young girl, bro, we're their heroes, bro. Like, we are their heroes until we're not, until we make that mistake, and they idolize us in everything that we do until they become their own person. And if you take that on board, like, what kind of example are we setting for our kids, man? Like, yeah, every time he steps on the court is a proud moment, because I know that he's going out there with the intention to give it his all, and that's really all you can ask for, man, is for someone to just give it everything they've got, and that's all I ask of him. He expects that from himself, and every time he does that and he just leaves everything out on the court, it's like, yeah, that's cool. Even if he loses, bro, it's like, far out. Like, he's doing it, man. He's really living his dream, like, right now. Like, he might not have the results that he wants, but he's living the life that he wants to live right now, bro. And for me, that's a pride thing, bro. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of him for doing that, for having the guts to chase it, because not many people do. Like, even looking at myself, man, like, I'm scared of a lot of things, like chasing down the best version of yourself. That's scary, bro. Like, but for him to get up every day and get after it, that makes me proud, bro. Yeah, hard out. And his character, like, he's a good kid. He really is. And everyone that watches him play, Like even when he's losing and getting the hiding, people will come up to you and go, "Far, he's got an amazing character." Like that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about his skills. They're talking about how he handles himself, how he carries himself. Like everyone is like blown away by that because I believe he's like a natural born leader, bro. Like he just carries himself like this is how we're supposed to act. Yeah, and to me, bro, that's huge. Yeah. Like you've got to chase your own dream. Like how can you tell your kid to go hard if you're not going hard? Like if you're not out there grinding for your own dream, how can you expect your kid to do the same? Like, so that would be my advice, bro. Is get out there and chase something. Get after it. Be the best person you can be, you know, and then you have the right to tell someone that this is how we need to work. Yeah, like they need, especially young kids, bro. They need leadership. Like they need to follow someone. You do have the rare occasion, bro, where the kid is the leader, and he's like, "Nah, this is the way we go." But it's very rare. Like they feed off the parents so much, and if you're out there grinding it, getting your ass kicked, and showing them that like you can chase something, get a hiding, and still be okay, then you're removing the fear for them. Like they're like, well, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because I've given it everything I've got. I can look myself in the mirror and say everything's okay. I'm okay with that. But the one thing that you can't be okay with, bro, is not trying. Like you can't look at yourself in the mirror and say, I gave it everything I got when you didn't. Like you always have that thought of regret. Like it'll always be there. It'll haunt you until you get put in the ground. Like what if? Oh, maybe I could have done that. I could have done that. I could have been this person. I could have done that. If you don't get after it, but you can't. You'll never have those feelings ever. Yeah. So chase it.
TK, he walked onto the course and I saw his talent and saw how he had the aspiration right from the beginning, and since then he's been working on himself. Just want to help him as far as I can with my son or sons to reach his potential, which is really unlimited, because he's very smooth from his, let's say, technical side and athletic. So we're talking about a good attitude, respect, just the values that a sportsman has. My advice to the young ones would be, in reality, keep on doing and do it harder and better than everyone else. Just keep on grinding.
My name is TK, or TeKoha Manoatu. When I was little, with my dad, we went to the courts for a hit for maybe the first time, and he had this can of tennis balls. Roger Federer was on it, and I was like, oh, I want to be exactly like him. I want to be on the can of tennis balls. It's very inspiring watching the top players, especially when they were younger, seeing how much they had to improve, how hard they had to work. Definitely shows me the pathway I needed to take to get to my own goal. Main goal I have in mind is to be a world champion, world #1. That's where I want to be. My mum and dad are very important people for my road to my goal, giving me my opportunity to be out here training every day. You've got to make lots of sacrifices. Surround yourself around the right people, because they can make a huge difference. Not being able to do the fun things, hang out with mates, it's a lonely road. But just if you are finding it hard when you're trying to achieve your goals, just stay committed. You might not see the results now, but they're definitely on their way. If you stop now, you'll never see them, so keep going.